Morning guys, welcome to day 2. I'm not sure if I'm doing these vlogs as like individual days or doing one combined vlog or maybe just 2 vlogs. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm up now. It's almost 9 AM and I'm all dressed and ready to go. Well, almost ready to go. And yeah, so I've actually been up for a couple of hours already, but just been watching some stuff on YouTube, FaceTiming with Layla and Perry, and just sort of like pottering around a bit, organising myself. But yeah, just quickly wanted to show you. Got my knitwear all picked out for today. Got my socks, got some mittens, got my Yorkfield pullover, which I thought matches really well with my dress today, so I'm going to wear that one, and my geode cowlet from the Minilicious Pattern Club, and the mittens from the Minilicious Pattern Club. I absolutely love these. I've not really had an opportunity to wear them yet because it's not been cold enough in the UK, and it's not really that cold today either, to be honest. It's going to warm up a bit later, but because I don't know when I'm going to be coming back necessarily, it's a bit cold now actually. It's like 8 degrees outside according to my phone. but yeah, because I'm not entirely sure what time I'm going to be getting home or getting back here this evening or later today. I want to be prepared in case I'm out all day and not getting back till late. So the plan for today, as I mentioned before, is meeting up with Ellie in about an hour to have some breakfast and then go for a little wander around some of the yarn shops. I've obviously never been to Oslo. Ellie has been a few times before, so she knows where she's going, and so I'm going to be at her mercy today. She's going to just drag me around town essentially. And then later this afternoon is the opening of the Oslo Knitting Festival, and I think that's at like 5 PM. So we're gonna, I'm not sure if Ellie's going to that or not actually, now that I think about it, but I know I have tickets to go. I wasn't sure if I did, but I got in touch with the organisers yesterday and they said yes I did, because I mean the reason why I didn't know is because I'm teaching. As a teacher you get a marketplace ticket for the weekend, but it wasn't clear to me if that included the Friday night or if it was just the Saturday and Sunday. So because I'm only teaching on Saturday and Sunday, so I was a little bit unclear about whether or not I could go today. It didn't really matter either way, I just wanted to know so I could make plans. All right, let's get going. So just wearing my cowlet and my sweater and obviously my socks. Decided to leave the mitts at home or back at the apartment. Just felt a little bit overkill because it's not really all that cold this morning, so just felt a bit much. First port of call, go find some coffee. Found Ellie. Yes. And coffee and cinnamon buns. Good start to the day. Best for last. As you do. I always do that. I always save the best bit in the middle. First yarn shop for the day is, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. How do you pronounce that? Garn. Okay, whatever Ellie just said. Yeah. And there's yarn outside. Should we go in? Or just, I'm following you. So, one down, about 500 more to go.
I think that means we need to cross the road now.
Oh, okay, that way? Alright, let's go. Apparently this is the only hot chocolate bar in Norway. You want to go in?
Yeah.
Let's go in.
I looked at it yesterday and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll save it for today.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, easy to.
Yummy.
It's good.
Where are we going now?
We're going to Bad Bits.
Ah, yes.
Garntopia in Oslo.
Okay, so we didn't spend too much time in Verbit. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
Probably not. They weren't really open today because the owner her dog is sick, which is really sad. I hope the doggy's okay. But but they did let us in and have a little look around and stuff. But we didn't want to impose.
We'll see them at the show.
Yeah, they'll be at the show, so they'll be fine. And where are we off to now? Pickles?
Yes.
Pickles. Pickles is one of those ones where
There'll be another yarn shop on the way to Pickles, so we'll do that as well.
Alright. Pickles was one of those ones, it's really interesting because back when I very first started knitting, I stumbled across the Pickles website. This is back before I joined Ravelry. So I've known about Pickles for a long time, like pretty early on. And I think I've never been to Oslo, so I've never been to Norway. So yeah, it's just one of those ones.
Very early for me as well.
Yeah, they were very early for me, and I think I actually knit a couple of their patterns. I can't remember which ones now, but definitely in my early knitting days, pre-podcast, pre-Ravelry. It's one of those ones that I found pretty early on, so it's quite...
any forum online that wasn't about knitting, but if there were knitters there, they would be talking about Pickles.
Yeah, but I wasn't even on any forums. I found their blog, their website, whatever. Noisy trucks. So it was definitely on my list of places I had to go to when I came to Oslo, because it was very much like...
It's a really good shop.
Yeah, it has a lot of special meanings, even though I've never been there, so... So apparently this is the normal yarn shop. Or very...
And sewing.
And sewing. Alright, let's go have a look. Ooh, it's quite a big one. Some new phenol colours. So pretty. Okay, so we stumbled across another little yarn, another little yarny shop. It wasn't really a yarn shop. They were selling children's clothes made out of yarn, and got to chatting with the designer, and she seemed really nice. And yeah, the shop in general was really quite cute.
Yeah.
But
Full of baby knits.
Full of baby stuff. Finally got to Pickles. Made it. Got distracted by a few pretty shops along the way, but we got here in the end. Bumped into Julia. What are you getting then? Oh, you're going for those ones?
I think so. Against your advice.
When you knit it up, if you change your mind, you know I was right. And if not, well then, good on you. I still think the blue works really well in that mix, and maybe use the lighter green as the whites section instead of the white, but that's totally your call. It's your shawl at the end of the day. You have to like it, so.
We will never leave.
Thinking of getting these 3 colours for something.
Those are amazing.
I love these colours. So you've changed your mind. You're going with the grello. I approve wholeheartedly with the grello. Looks perfect. Yeah, it goes well with your jacket. Your coat, rather. So that was Pickles. We had a really good time there. Bumped into Julia from the Happy Knitting Podcast, which was really lovely, and she was there with her friends. And yeah, I maybe like helped her a little bit emphatically to buy yarn for a shawl. But yeah, I think we all came away with yarn today, so that was productive, if not expensive. I'm not sure my wallet's very happy with me right now, but it'll survive. So now we are off to Garntopia.
Yep.
Finally, a yarn shop I can pronounce.
Yeah, it's a new yarn shop as well, because I haven't been myself.
Fun, exciting. And it's on the other side of town, so it's going to take us a while to get there, but it should be good. Cute little shopping area, and I think we found Garntopia. Immediately offloading. Bags are too heavy. Alright, so we are down at Garntopia. We have our bags of yarn, or rather I just bought yarn this time. Oh, Ellie didn't get anything this time. Well, they're going to be at the festival, so willpower's only, it can still happen. Willpower's only going to work for so long. Oh jeez, it's got a bit dark. Anyway, so we're heading back into the city centre to go probably check out maybe one more and then head to the festival. Yeah.
Or several, I don't know.
We'll see. So we've just been to like the 100th yarn shop. Like I have officially lost count now. I think it's like what, 6 or 7?
You kept count longer than I did. So.
Anyway, we're heading to the bus stop to go to the folk museum where the festival's going to be. We're heading over a little bit early. It's just started to rain a little bit, but who cares? But of course we had to stop at one more yarn shop before getting the bus. That's really cute. And another one on the way to the bus stop. Why not? It's nice to just sit down for 5 minutes. Made it into the museum, and yeah, just gonna start having a little look around. pretty lovely just wandering around the folk museum and all the different buildings. We're on the hunt. No, go on. We're on the hunt for photo locations to photograph Ellie's mitten collection for this year. So I don't know, I'm following you. You do realise I have no idea where I'm going. So I finished helping Ellie with the photos and leaving her. She wants to take a few more, like just photos of the mittens on their own. So I'm heading back to the marketplace. Hey guys, so I'm just waiting for the bus to get back into town. I need to go and get some cash out from the ATM. One of the stores where I wanted to buy some yarn today does not accept card and I didn't have cash, so they did accept another kind of payment form, but it's only if you have a Norwegian bank account, which I don't have, so that's no good for me. And yeah, so I'm gonna go get out some cash so I can purchase the yarn tomorrow. They've been very kind and put it aside for me, and so yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and yeah, probably grab some food to have some dinner and then head back to the apartment. So earlier I caught up with Diane from Suburban Stitcher, and I'm really gutted because I didn't take any video or photos with her. I totally should have, but we went with Ellie and grabbed a little bite to eat earlier this afternoon, well, late afternoon. And yeah, it was just really nice to get to sit and chat with her and catch up with her. We haven't actually met her before. She was supposed to come to Rhinebeck last year but wasn't able to make it. So it was really nice to actually get to catch up with her and chat properly. And yeah, so that was just really nice to get to sit down and talk to her and stuff. And then I FaceTime with Layla for a little bit. Went back into the marketplace and looked around. I didn't take too much footage of the marketplace today, mainly because, well, one, I'm coming back tomorrow, and also because there's been a lot of footage from yarn shops and stuff from today already, and I didn't want it to be like just too saturated. So I'm gonna do a walk around and like close-ups of the different stalls and stuff probably tomorrow afternoon, and I can share that with you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Hey guys, so I'm back at the apartment now. I've changed, I've refreshed a little bit, I've had some dinner, and yeah, just sort of had a bit of relaxation time, I guess, since I got in. And I thought I would do a final little check-in, I guess, before I sign off for the night. And I thought I'd share with you really quickly a few of the things that I got today. Actually, the first place I bought yarn from was at Pickles, which, if you remember earlier, I mentioned that Pickles was one of the first sort of website blogs that I found with patterns, knitting patterns, way before I joined Ravelry, way before I even knew about Ravelry. It was one of the first sources of like patterns that I could find, and they have a lot of their patterns for free. And a lot of them, like especially the garment ones, they'll have one size that's free, and then you have to buy the pattern to get all the other sizes, which I think is really nice. It's a nice sort of introduction to their pattern writing style as well, so you can see how their patterns are written before you purchase for all the sizes, to see if it's the kind of thing that suits you. I don't know if that's still the case now. This was years ago, like pre-podcast as well. So I picked up 3 skeins of their merino tweed, which is a single ply merino yarn. It is, what is it, 380 meters or 415 yards to 100 grams. So this is shade number 5508. They don't have colorway names, unfortunately, and unfortunately the lighting's not particularly great because it's the evening, but it's kind of like a beigey cream tweed. Then I also picked up shade 5528, which is a really beautiful like turquoisey teal blue. And finally, to go with it, I picked up shade 5538, which is a gorgeous sort of plummy purple which is not showing up at all true to life. A bit better there, you can see on this side the colour. But they are beautifully tweedy and gorgeous, and I think it'll be something in this colour order. Maybe some kind of 3-colour shawl, I'm not sure, but it'll become something really beautiful and I can't wait. And then we went to Garntopia. I say then we went to, I actually just sat down to count. I think we went to 10 yarn shops today, or 10 shops that sold yarn, most of them being yarn shops. But anyway, we went to Garntopia, one of the places we went to, and this was only a place that's been open about a year, so relatively new. And I picked up 2 of these balls of Camarose Snefnug in this grey, colour 7311 Gra. I think that means grey, maybe, I'm not sure. But there's 110 meters in 50 grams, so I got 2 balls. And my idea is to do like a really cozy cabled hat. The fibre content in these is 55% alpaca, 10% extra fine merino wool, and 35% bomulled og. I'm going to assume that's some sort of nylon or polyamide. I don't speak Norwegian. I can figure most things out, figure out words as best as I can with context, but I don't know bomulled. And I picked this colour actually because it has that sort of two-tone effect, because this yarn is one of those ones that's got like a nylon tube at the core, and then it has the fibre blown through it. So it's really lofty, really airy, and I like it because it's kind of got that two-tone effect where the nylon tube is like a lighter whitish colour, and then the fibres blown through it are grey. So it has that kind of really cool two-tone effect. I wanted it to be a sort of like a lighter coloured, or like a black nylon tube with a colour blown through it. They didn't really have it. And they had a few different brands of this kind of yarn. None of them really had the colour which had that two-tone effect that I wanted, but I really like the grey as well. It's always a lovely neutral. It's always good to have a neutral coloured hat, and I think this is going to be a really fun, lofty, airy but warm cabled hat at some point. I'm really looking forward to working on that at some point. I keep saying at some point, but you know what I mean. And then at the festival tonight, I picked up something from Garntopia, and I put yarn aside from Rauma Garn. Their new range of Phenol PT2 is being released this weekend at the festival, but they only take cash, they don't take card payments, so I had to get cash out to be able to pay them, and there's no ATM at the Folk Museum, so I've done that this evening, and they've set the yarn aside for me, and I will go and get it tomorrow. So from Garntopia, I got this sock set. So sock set number 1, apparently, according to the back, is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters in 100 grams, and it comes with a 20-gram mini skein in the same base. This yarn is really special. It's hand dyed by refugee women in Norway, and I really wanted to support this company for that reason. Not only for that reason, but they have lovely colours and lovely yarns, but because of the initiative that they are running, or the program they are running to help refugee women in Norway to earn a living and to do something productive. So yeah, this is going to be a really fun pair of socks with bright yellow heels and toes, probably. And I did purchase one more thing, but it wasn't actually for me. It was a purchase for a friend who'd made a request, so I'm not going to share that. And that's basically it. The only other thing I wanted to tell you guys was after we went to Garntopia and we were walking back to the station, I got stung by a bee or a wasp. I don't actually know what I was stung by, but I was stung and it hurt. It hurt bad. In the belly, of all places. I got stung in the belly. So I don't know if it had gotten inside my dress or if it stung me from the outside. Honestly, I didn't even see the thing. I just felt it and it hurts so bad. Like, it still hurts now, and this was hours ago when it happened. It happened at like maybe 1:30 and it's now like 8 PM or something. and it's still, I can still feel the sting. It really hurts. There's no stinger left in there. I did check quickly afterwards, but it really hurt. Yeah, so that took me by surprise, and it just sort of like, I was on edge for a little bit afterwards. I think Ellie must have just thought it was a bit weird, but anyway, random thing that happened that I didn't actually get to talk about earlier. But I think that's it for this evening, to be honest. I'm just going to do a little bit of knitting, then just relax and probably try and go to bed a bit earlier tonight than I did last night. I do need to get up pretty early tomorrow. My class starts at 9. I need to be there half an hour earlier, so I realistically need to leave here at 8. Just want to grab a coffee on my way. And yeah, so I need to try and get there for 8:30, which shouldn't be a problem. It's less than 20 minutes from here to the festival, but just to be safe, I don't like being late. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me today, and yeah, come back for day 3.